Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about contemporary brands. And I know on this channel I tend to talk a lot about some of the higher end brands like Louis Vuitton or Chanel or whatever, but I really wanted to share with you, I guess this is kind of like a collection of sorts video of some of my contemporary branded handbags. I don't have like a huge collection because I did sell a lot of them, and I think there's just this natural evolution of what happens to your handbag collection or any collection as you get older and your taste changes and that sort of thing. But I did keep a few, and I wanted to share that with you because I think sometimes there's this idea that if you spend a lot of money on investing in like a luxury brand like Louis Vuitton, only those bags will stand the test of time. And I think we all know, if you're watching this video, that's not true. There's plenty of handbags across the market that will stand the test of time and can last a lifetime if you take care of them. So I wanted to share those with you today. The ones that I do have still serve a purpose for me, and I just really love them. So I'm going to share this with you today. So let's get started. So the first bag I'm going to show you is from MARC JACOBS. I want to say I got this somewhere around 2009, maybe 2010. I got this at Bloomingdale's, and when I saw this, I nearly died because I just had to have it. This is like this lambskin leather, and it is so soft and smushy. There's something so chic and simplistic about it. And the thing that really got me were these studs. I love these studs. They're tiny little studs, and the zipper detail that kind of carries through, the gold hardware that was really cool, and it's on both sides. Even like the zipper pull has these little studs. It's just these details that I really loved. And it even has like an extra pocket here and an extra pocket here. There's a classic lock here in the front, which I really loved. And it was just a very spacious bag. It's very much like a speedy bag, and it's handheld, but it's just so comfortable. And I could not stop thinking about it when I saw it back then. It's really about the leather, how smushy and soft it is. This bag has been worn to death for so many years and has really took a beating because it was my everyday bag for such a long time. And the leather just ages so well. And you would never know that this bag is as old as it is and as used as it is. If there's any scratching, it just kind of blends into the aging of the natural soft leather, and there's just nothing that sticks out where you're like, ooh, that looks damaged. It's just such a beautiful bag, and I will never ever let this go because this is timeless. This is everything that represents me in terms of being classic, but having a little bit of edge to it too. And I just adore this bag. And so this is definitely a keeper. I will never ever get rid of this. The next two bags I'm going to show you are very similar in silhouette, which is why I'm going to show it to you at the same time, even though they're different brands. They're camera bags. I'm not really a camera bag person other than for traveling, just because I do find it really functional, and I find that having a zipper and having something big enough to hold all your things while you travel is really important. So this gray one is from All Saints. I got this several years back from Nordstrom. I can't remember what year, but this was pre-pandemic, if that means anything to you. And this is a Furla bag, and this is slightly smaller than the All Saints bag, and so I really like having the option of carrying something smaller or a little bit larger for my travel needs. And these are very, very well used during my travels. I generally just travel with these and not any of my higher end designer bags because like I never want to be a target. I never want to lose them. I never want to damage them during the traveling process. And so it's just a much more practical way for me to travel and a little bit more stress-free, which is why I prefer to travel with either of these bags. And so these are both leather, and they're different kinds of leather. This is like a pebbled, really nice grains leather. This is more of like a Saffiano leather. So I like having both of them because they're very durable and two very different color palettes. So I love that. And because they're classic camera style bags, they'll always stand the test of time. The next two bags I want to share with you are two clutches, and I am very much a clutch person when I go out. These are bags that I've used for so many years, and I will never ever let go of these because they are still so chic and so awesome. Okay, so let me start with this one. These are both Ted Baker, by the way. This is like a paper, it's made of some sort of paper, and it is so durable for paper. I know that sounds really scary when you're like, oh, my bag's made of paper, but it's actually so durable. It is so beautiful. And if you know anything about Ted Baker, you know they have like beautiful lining. And so there's like this beautiful turquoise satin lining on the inside. It is flat, but there's still a gusset, so you can fit things in here, and it's a pretty decent size. Like it's kind of the size of my whole rib cage going across. I also love all these details of the trim, of having that really watercolor like satin, and it also peeks through with the weaves. So this is a beautiful, beautiful clutch that is so chic. Such a great summer one that I wear all the time. This one is super special, also from Ted Baker. It's kind of like an envelope style, so it's quite flat, but it's a really smushy leather, and it's got this turn lock clasp as well. Again, having that beautiful classic Ted Baker floral interior lining, which I really love. And because it's like a smushy leather, you can still fit quite a bit in here and not be restrictive, especially for going out at night. So this is obviously the Union Jack. It's not just a plain Union Jack, it's got like these floral details to it. And every time I wear this, I get so many compliments, and I just love this. It also is very personal to me because my husband is British, so this very much represents like us. So I love that. And both of these I got so many years ago. I want to say like, not entirely sure, but like somewhere in the early 2000s I got these, I believe. And I got them both from the Ted Baker outlet, so they were all at really good prices, and I love these. These will always stay in my collection, and they're very much loved and used. Speaking of clutches, this is another one that's very well used. This was definitely early 2000s. Actually, I'm not even sure what brands this is. Dulux. There's also a panty liner in here, so I still use this clutch, but I love this color because it's such a neutral color. It's like this taupey color with all this gold hardware on the flap, which I love. A very soft, malleable grained leather, and also comes with a very thin shoulder chain. Also has a beautiful satin purple lining on the inside, which makes it really fun when you open it. So I very, very much definitely use this even to this day. I will never let go of this. I got this from the Saks outlet many years ago, as I said, and it still serves me, and I love it. So the next one I'm gonna share with you is super, super special. I used to have a lot of Coach bags. I've given a lot of them to my mom, or sold a lot of them actually. So I don't have a lot left in my Coach collection, but there are a couple of Coach bags that are on the brain right now that I've been contemplating, and I will continue to think about and decide if I'm gonna get them or not, because I really love how Coach has been making a big comeback in the last few years. So anyway, this one is super special, and one that I wanted to share with you because there is a very similar silhouette that really came in style through Louis Vuitton called the Louis Vuitton Cuisine bag, which I'll pop up a picture here just to show you and compare. But this I got in 2013, and this is by Coach, and this is very much Cuisine-ish, except this one came out first. So this is such a, I got this from the actual Coach store in Soho, and I'm so glad that this is in my collection still, because, you know, I'm not necessarily like a shoulder bag only person, but this for me works very much because, I don't know, it's something very effortless, and it's not cumbersome, and it's very classic and easy to wear. It comes with this beautiful chain, and it just is so beautiful. I love the color blocking of stark white against this really beautiful tan color, and it's on both sides, and it's got a divider on the inside. It's quite spacious. It's got a zip compartment in the middle, and then two sides here and here. and I love this bag. It just is so chic. It's so timeless. And when the Cuisine came out from Louis Vuitton, I was like, I already have that bag. And it's this beautiful Coach. And you can see it says Coach here in very soft lettering in gold. And it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous bag, and so understated, but so statement at the same time, if that makes any sense. So I love this because it can be trendy, but it's still very classic. So my last two bags are from Kate Spade. I have a soft spot for Kate Spade. It's such a playful brand. The first one I'm gonna show you, I've already shown on my channel for my raffia bag collection, but this is my Kate Spade bag. This is in a straw / raffia material. It's like a bucket style, but it's a bit more structured. And it comes with a crossbody strap, and it's got the blue leather trim. It is so beautiful, very dainty, very ladylike, and such a usable bucket style without being very bulky. So it's very versatile. It serves me every summer. I love it. I'll never let go of it, and it's just a gorgeous one. And the last bag I'm gonna show you, also by Kate Spade, is so beautiful, and I got this in the very early 2000s, like 2003 or maybe 2004-ish, and it's this beautiful Kate Spade bag. I bought this, I feel like, in somewhere in like the Flatiron District in New York when I lived there, and this is so beautiful. This speaks to me so much because even back then, I always loved color, and there was always certain colors that I gravitated to, which was, of course, green. Also these like salmon and coral colors, like I just love the combination of that. And it is got a leather bottom on the inside. It's a zip top, very spacious on the inside. It's got an old school Gucci dust bag in there, don't mind that. But this has brown leather trims. It's just such a fun vacation bag that I use in the summer a lot. Definitely have used it more in previous summers than more recent summers, but this will never leave my collection. This definitely rings true to my style, to my color palette, and just the functionality of it is very useful. So this is one of my favorite vacation bags. It makes me happy. It's a shoulder bag. I feel like in the early 2000s, everyone just wore shoulder bags. I'm less of a shoulder bag person because it just bothers me with having like aches and pains because I'm getting old and rickety. So that's probably the only reason why I wear it less. I still love this. It is such a beautiful, beautiful bag, and one that I will never let go of either. So that's my contemporary bag collection. I have other handbags from different brands like H&M and things like that. This is kind of what I have left from my contemporary bag collection that I really love. I still very much love contemporary bags, and I still look at them a lot. I never want to give the impression that like I don't buy them anymore, because I absolutely do. I'm just a lot more selective about what I bring into my collection, period, no matter what price point it is. And so I try to give a lot more thought to it, because space is always going to be an issue, and so I'm very conscious of that, and I just want to be very careful about what I bring in to make sure that I'm going to keep it forever. There's just so many contemporary brands that are at much better price points, are still quality handbags, and even more importantly, they're timeless and they will last me for a very long time. So that is my collection. Let me know which contemporary handbags are lasting you the test of time and that you really, really love and have loved through all the years, and share them with me in the comments below, or even if they're like newer brands. I know Polen's a big one and things like that. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really love it if you would hit the thumbs up. That really helps my small channel out, and if you want to binge watch any of my other videos, you can do that here, and I will see you next time.